to Rome? Today we are heading to Rome and starting this 2-year long trip that we've been trying to take for the past year and a half. And now, with Europe mostly being reopened and with the ability to travel kind of coming back to life, I'm too excited to sleep, so I'm up early. We're in Minneapolis, and first we have to head to Dallas, and then from Dallas, we're taking the actual flight all the way to Rome. It's like a 11-hour flight from there. Now, we got these flights for free through credit card reward points. I'm sure you've heard of these by now. You basically sign up for credit cards, get super big sign-up bonuses, and then use those sign-up bonuses to book flights so you can travel around the world for free. If you're interested at all about learning how to do this and how to travel around the world for free, we have a Skillshare course in the link down below that we made, and plus it includes a month free of Skillshare, so you can go and watch it for free. But today is the start of something really big and really important for us. Our whole lives are going to change today, and our daily lives are going to be entirely different from yesterday to tomorrow. First things first, before we go to the airport, which we're leaving in probably 15-20 minutes for, I got to go and get some cash because I'd just like to have a little bit of extra cash on hand, and just in case anything happens once we get there, I'll at least have some sort of spendable currency to use once we actually get there. I think it's time to wake everybody else up and head to the airport. Off we go. So I've got to go do my global entry appointment, which is kind of like TSA pre-check, but to get you back into the United States super fast and skip the immigration lines. I don't know. It's a really cool perk. I've got my interview this morning, so I got to run down to baggage claim, but I will see you in maybe half an hour, Okay. Bye. I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to be doing here. It just is kind of this door, and they say somebody will come out to talk to me, and then I'll go in and do my interview. I don't know. I'm just hanging out here. Nobody showed up yet. We'll see what happens. Well, delayed till 11:40. This is gonna be a close one. So the global entry interview went just fine. They asked me probably the question that I wanted to answer the least, which was name every country you've been to in the past 5 years, and it was basically a very long, very difficult quiz for me. So that encompasses about 2 different round-the-world trips over the past 5 years, so a lot of countries. And so I tried my best to remember all of them, but it seemed like ultimately he was happy with my answer, even though I'm sure I missed a few. Also asked me some of the standard questions of, am I a criminal, or have I ever been stopped at the border, or have I ever lied to the immigration officers about what I'm bringing into the country? Normal stuff that you'd expect during an interview like that. So now the unfortunate thing that's happened is our connection to get onto our Rome flight was tight already, but now our flight from here to Dallas has been delayed by 40 minutes, so I don't know if we're gonna make it anymore. What can you do? So McDonald's pro tip here. If you order the big breakfast, which is normally about the same price as one of those sandwiches, and you just take this thing and make it into a sandwich, you also get the McDonald's sandwich. And you get pancakes as a bonus. Big win.
But everybody knows that biscuits are far less superior to muffins.
What? We keep getting more and more delayed, and now our connection actually to go to Rome, we only have 16 minutes to make it from one plane to the other. What can you do? So it's going to be a close one. I'm not sure what's going to happen yet.
Okay, so we have 16 minutes to run from the Dallas-Fort Worth airport gate that we arrive in to the gate that we need to go to connect our flight to Rome.
They're in different terminals. We got to get from the domestic terminal all the way to the international terminal, which means we're taking a train. This is going to be close. But we just talked with our gate agent here, who is just the nicest person. Just
so sweet.
So helpful. And she moved us up on the plane a little bit, and she said she called ahead to make sure that they're going to hold the flight to Rome, because this is the only flight to Rome today. This is the only one. I don't know, even she didn't sound sure that we were going to make this flight, but
she said she'd try.
all right, as long as we got a couple minutes because we're delayed here for another hour. We just wanted to talk about the whole process of everything that you got to do to fly to Italy right now and get in without quarantine.
Yeah.
So, first of all, obviously you got to have your passport. You need your vaccination record card. I believe right now if you're vaccinated that you don't have to take a COVID test at all before you leave, and you also don't have to take one when you arrive. Just a couple of weeks back they had the system where you'd take a COVID test 48 hours before you got on the flight, and then you'd have to book one in advance in the Rome airport. Once you arrived, they'd give you another COVID test, and then you'd show your vaccine card, and then you'd be able to get in. The way it works today, which is July 6, 2021, show your vaccine card once you arrive, and this EU digital passenger locator form that you have to print out. Even though it says that it's a digital passenger locator form and it has a QR code on it, they don't accept the digital version of this at all. They'll provide you one, you can save it to your phone just like you could a boarding pass or anything else, but you need the paper documents, and each person, even if you're on the same passenger locator form, has to have their own piece of paper. And you have to bring this with you everywhere that you go once you're in Europe itself. Now, one of the more confusing things that you'll see on almost every single website that tells you what you need to do to get into Italy is it'll mention this Puglia, as in like the area of Italy called Puglia. I think that's how you pronounce it, Puglia. Mm-hmm. And that area is kind of to the southeast side, and for most people they're not actually going to go there. But every single website says that you have to fill out this weird form for just that specific place just to go to Italy. You only have to do that if you're actually going to this specific province of Italy.
And if you're flying American Airlines, once you do all of that, you can upload all of this information into the Verify app to confirm that you are indeed fully vaccinated, and then you're good to go. Once you do all of that, you can check in for your flight when it's time, and you show up at the airport and hope that your flight doesn't get delayed.
The Verify app from American Airlines is just for American Airlines flights. Each individual airline has their own thing that you need to fill out, but all of them have the same kind of digital COVID vaccine passport thing. Now, obviously, we're still in Minneapolis, so we haven't tested all of this. So we will show you later on in the video if all this stuff worked, but this is what we understand it to be right now. It's about time. I think we're going to head over and see if we're more delayed or not. Wish us luck.
A single file lane is greatly appreciated. It does make it go a whole lot quicker.
Thank you.
This is so long.
Do you think if I run faster, then we'll get there faster?
Yep, that's how planes work. Flight to Rome.
Well,
This isn't Rome, in case you couldn't tell. We didn't make it.
they've already come off the bags with the bag, so I can't put you on it.
We sprinted literally as fast as we could from one terminal, took a train, made it to the other terminal. Halfway through, Lisa tripped and fell. Her foot is bleeding now.
Mostly my pride is bleeding.
And then we made it all the way to the gate. Plane was still there. Gate attendant was still there and refused to open up the door to let us in. Ugh. I get it now why everyone is annoyed with American Airlines. The service that we got today was wildly inconsistent. And we arrived sweaty and a little bloody, and they didn't care.
And it was a bummer because we did everything that was within our control, right? It wasn't that we didn't plan accordingly. It wasn't that we were late.
Yeah.
And we did everything within our power. So as soon as we got to the Minneapolis airport and we realized that our flight was going to be delayed, we talked to the gate agent. She told us, just make sure you're always listening, you're always on time. When we got on the plane, Josh talked to the flight attendant, explained the situation, asked what we could do. She said as soon as we landed and the seatbelt sign went off, just to run. The flight attendant said usually they're really good about holding the doors like 20 minutes, especially when there's delays and when there's runners. And she was like, it won't be a problem. And I was like, okay. There were so many obstacles, so many people. As soon as we got out there, we had to like weave through all the trams, all the people, all the groups of families that were there, all the people waiting to get onto their flight. Then we had to run up the escalator, which was when I just fell. As soon as we got there, I saw it was within sight, and I thought, okay, we're going to get on. On the tram from Terminal C to Terminal A, we could see the plane still there. We could still see the plane. It hadn't closed any doors. And then we were so out of breath. I was so tired, breathing in my mask heavily.
Yeah.
And we got there, and Josh was like, did we make it? And she was like, who are you?
Throughout this whole process, we were promised 3 times that somebody was going to call them and tell them that we were coming. Apparently, just nobody did anything. The lack of communication was frustrating, the apathy, just that nobody cared. And then we went to go and see how they could help us out. The only option was to wait for the next day. They gave us $24 of food vouchers and a night at illustrious Comfort Suites.
But on the shuttle ride here to Comfort Suites, I said to Josh that we are still very, very lucky. We have a place to stay. We have some food to eat. We're going to Rome. We're going to get there. 2021. We're going to get there.
Yeah. It's a tough pill to swallow today. But anyway, that's enough complaining. We're going to try again tomorrow. We're booked on the flight for tomorrow. We're going to hope this works. But I don't want to finish this video on this sour, sad, kind of frustrated note. So we want to give you a tour of what it looks like to stay at the illustrious Comfort Suites.
Dallas Fort Worth, baby.
Yeah, here we go. So let's start this tour.
Didn't you see the sign?
No, there's no sign. Wow. What a welcome.
Come on in. So this is our lovely suite here at the Comfort Suites in Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. Let's start off with this lovely work/living room area that I think is really a nice touch to the suite. We have a nice couch here, a couple of ottomans, one couch here. I envision this space being a place where I can do some editing. Here we have some very unique and interesting artwork on the wall, what I believe to be horses. We have a nice workstation here with a rolly chair and a beautiful lamp. Looks like we can order some delivery, which is very exciting. Room service, wow, I didn't know they did have food here actually. Famous gourmet pizzas. Look, they even have Italian food. It's like they knew we were going to Rome. But then we have the amenities of the Comfort Inn Suites. We have a lovely microwave already set to 33 seconds, which is just enough time for me to heat up my Qdoba bowl. Wait, you're supposed to take the cover off, I think.
You think the plastic?
Yeah. We have a mini fridge for all the leftovers that we'll have. And then we have, of course, an ice bucket and a coffee maker. That's important. This is really nice. This is a door. Bye. Between the workstation area / living room and the actual bedroom. So come on in. Now, the most surprising touch to the suites is the fact that there's a sink right here. It's detached from the bathroom. In case someone's using the restroom and you want to wash your hands, you have the ability to. Here's the bathroom. Standard bathroom, standard bathtub and shower. Toilet, looks pretty clean. Some artwork. Now we come to the queen size bedroom.
I think it's a king.
Oh, well, even better, great. As you can see, we have some nice modern touches. The wall and the headboards look very nice and brown. We also have some modern artwork on the wall. What I really want to point out is the amazing view. To enjoy this very humid, warm weather, we of course have to go to the lanai. Oh yeah, that warm summer humid Dallas heat. What's really great about this area is that there are so many hotels in the area, so all the shuttles can pick all of us up at the same time and drop us off at the same time, and we can see the people that also had their flights delayed or canceled just by leaning out and waving. Some very important parts of the hotel are also these luggage holder carrier things. I don't know what they're called, and before when I was a kid I had no idea what they were for. I don't know if it's a sign of age, but now I think they're super important because you can just plop your suitcase or your backpack on and you don't have to bend over to get your stuff. We have a great TV here upon which we will watch the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Suns in the first game of the NBA Finals. That's all, folks. This is our lovely place of stay en route to Rome, Italy. We'll see you tomorrow and wish us good luck. Hopefully, our hotel will look much different. Here we go.
No, there's no sign.
It said do not disturb.
No, it's not there though.
Let's start off with this lovely, sweet, lovely work/living room area. Here we have some lovely artwork on the wall.
You gotta use the word lovely just a few
Okay.
times.
Okay. Here we have some. Hi, kitty. What do you got to tell us? So many things to say.